Evening, guys. This is Lost and Found. I want to talk about prison rules and about what you shouldn't do if you go to jail, because most of you guys out there getting high, you're going to end up in jail. It's inevitable. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you'll find grace. Hopefully you find God and get out of the streets before that happens. And there's worser things in jail. Death, that becomes of addiction. But I want to hop right in this to save time. I was on max. There was 12 Muslims on the tier. I had just got jumped over the phone. I kept banging clip, clip, clip. It was disrespectful. I knew it. I was young-minded. He pulled me up. We fought. Everybody jumped on me. I had a buddy on the tier. He looked down at the ground when everything popped off. The next day, he got jumped by them. And, that's how karma works. And they split the tier up. I went straight across the hallway, and when I did, I had a brother over there, and his name was Rodney Metcalf. I can say his name because he is no longer here. He died from a overdose due to addiction, and this dude definitely went hard. So I come over there. I asked him. I said, "Look, can you please just, out of respect that I only have 18 months, he was facing a lot of time. He was waiting to go for sentencing and stuff like that on an armed robbery. And I was like, can you just not try to get into any shit? Like, if we start beefing, it is what it is. But, don't provoke it, bro. Like, I'm trying to come down off of max. I'm trying to do my time, and I'm trying to go home, I was really stressed out in there. And a couple situations had happened. I had got a couple kites to do shit to people on a tier. He didn't want to do it because he was friends with the people, this, that, and that. And after that, everything kind of chilled out. Well, he was playing cards with another organization, which was the Bloods. That's a no-no. Anybody that's been locked up knows you don't play cards if you're a part of something with somebody that's a part of something else. It always leads to fight, death, anything, stabbings. So I asked him not to do it. He did it anyways, and I was sitting there, and I hit hard. I'm not worried about none of that. I hear the Blood say, "What's up?" Then they stand up. So I get up. Metcalf's like, "Look, Brandon, don't jump in this. I got this." Da da da. The Blood was smaller. And, Metcalf is known to go. So I'm like, all right, well, Metcalf swung, hit the bunk, broke his hand. The guy picked him up, slammed him on his head, blacked his eye. They were done after that. Everything was done. They stood up, acted like everything was cool. The gang sergeant, Ferran, at Jennifer Road Detention Center, he pulls us down into the sergeant's office. And he's like, what happened to his eye, this, that, and that. Obviously, I don't know. He sends me back up. I made a mistake of talking to my son's mother about it. He pulled me back down the next day, and it was me on speaker, on a recorder, telling her too much. He still didn't do anything about it. He just wanted to let us know that he knew, basically. So I go back upstairs. Metcalf feels some type of way, and he comes over and he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "B," he's like, "I'm getting ready to smack the shit out this dude." I'm like, "Who? Who now, bro? Like, come on, bro." So he don't answer me. He just walks by me, and he just tees off on a dude. He's sitting right on the picnic table. The dude picks him up after getting hit and slams him again. So at this point, I grab dude up around his arms and his neck, and I'm slinging his feet up in the air, back and forth between the bunks. I get up against the wall like this, and I hold his arm up in the air. And like, Metcalf, punish him. And Metcalf just kind of stands there. So I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm not ready to lock up, fuck my time up, and keep playing with you, bro. So I pushed him off. It's all about the quickness. You want to beat dude's ass and get done with it before the COs come in there. And he was playing games. So he went another round. He got some guy to hold his back up so the Blood couldn't get him on the ground. And his hand was broken. It was so phony. Basically, the Blood fell on the ground because he knew there was no winning. Everybody was just going to keep helping this dude. And when he fell on the ground, he got up and he's like, "What happened? I don't know what happened." Acted like he got knocked out. It was a rib shot that put him on the ground, and he acted like he couldn't remember anything. And, we didn't end up getting knocked off for it, but that card game was the main reason why that even happened. Had we been somewhere that we had access to other things, that would have been a lot more serious. you know, right after that. I had a mission I was on also. You know, I was trying to get down the hallway to medium security onto the working tier because somebody was down there who I had a lot of problems with. My son's mother's baby dad at the time, you know, he was in there for putting hands on her, so I wanted to get to him. And I eventually came off that tier. I went down there and I did that. I have a video about that on my profile, but you know, it's all stupid. My advice for you, if you're going to jail and you get locked up, is just stand on your own too. You know, don't get involved in too many things. And the more you get involved in, as in like selling stuff, making stuff, card games, gambling, it's going to open the door for issues and problems. Anytime you involve money with being locked up with other people and betting and stuff like that, there's going to be issues. Just stick to yourself. And, you know, if somebody tries you, you got to go in their mouth. You got to stand on respect in there. But, you know, just try to avoid it if you can. This is just a little advice for you guys. Hopefully you don't end up there. Hopefully if you've been there, you don't go back. I hope everybody stays blessed.